My top 3 favorite credit card perks. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I want to go over my top 3 favorite credit card perks. I think I'm even going to go over them in order. Of all the different things we can earn by being financially responsible with our rewards credit cards, these are what I value most. And I will warn you in advance, none of this is about the math, the logic, or the balance sheet. This is about what makes me want to continue to research, apply for, and talk about new credit cards all the time. I'll even give you some specific examples of why I value these benefits, and I don't think anything on my list will surprise you, but I would love to hear what are your favorite credit card perks. But before I get into that, if you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If that's interesting to you, consider becoming a subscriber. If you get any value or entertainment from this particular video, slap that like button for me in the YouTube algorithm. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay guys, the number 1 credit card perk for me, this is simple. I like to earn rewards. Now, if you watch the channel, you know I'm a hybrid type guy. I do travel around 9 to 10 times a year, and I travel every way I can think of: solo, couple, family, domestic, international, and both economy and business class. But I also like to pocket some cash. Now, let me mention, everyone loves the bonuses, so I'm gonna skip over those. What I really like as far as perks are high spending multiples. So many experts will tell you that your rewards earned from spending are gonna be relatively small when compared to welcome bonuses. And they're right, but as someone who really has to force himself to spend, my favorite thing about the game is seeing that rewards balance slowly go up. I'm a sucker for 4X, 5X cards, and 5% cashback cards. It's even better when the rewards are instantaneous. As someone who lives a very modest lifestyle, outside of award travel of course, the smaller amounts, they just don't bother me. Seeing a couple dollars hit that account is a rush for me, and that is my favorite perk in the whole credit card game. Knowing that being financially responsible by getting approved for the more valuable credit cards and paying them off on time, that's rewarding for me. And it just motivates me to keep everything else squared away. When I see a points balance go up, I think of what those rewards are gonna turn into. How about a trip to Hawaii? Sharing the beautiful island of Grand Cayman with my kids, it's all intertwined and I can really see that process work. So for me, number 1 perk, high spending multipliers. Part of that is also the search for knowledge. It's not enough to just earn those points and miles. I've spent a lot of time diving in and honing this craft of award travel. It took me a long time to figure out the sweet spots, but I can't tell you just how valuable it's been for my family. I totally understand that this hobby of ours is mostly misunderstood and often criticized, and even after you learn as much as possible, someone's gonna say, just get a cashback card and focus on earning more income. And hey, they're not even wrong. But I read somewhere to have a hobby that makes you money, a hobby that makes you healthy, and a hobby that fulfills you spiritually. So these points, for me at least, they make me a little extra cash and they help me realize my potential as a dad. Number 2 favorite perk is status. And this mostly pertains to hotel status. Have you heard these guys say, oh, I just want a 40 euro a night room because I'm never going to be in there and I don't need anything special? Listen, I respect that and I also envy you guys. However, this is just not my style at my age. I book higher end hotels for the most part. I book some of the best hotels in the world for my family, and I have credit cards that actually give me status that makes these stays even more special. Status at hotels lock you into some loyalty, and most of us really don't like that. But if you can give just a little, a credit card can provide status that might let you earn hotel points at a much higher rate, giving you more stays down the line, or better stays and better rooms. Status can give you food and beverage credits that can do some different things. It might help with a super expensive meal at the hotel restaurant, or it might provide some fruity drinks relaxing at the pool. Status can provide room upgrades, which can be hit or miss, but if you wanted to consider an upgrade a tangible benefit, then they can be very, very lucrative. Here are some real life examples. A couple years ago, I stayed at the Hilton Hawaiian Village for 10 nights. I had the Hilton Aspire card, which provides me with Hilton Diamond status. Now, folks might be critical that Diamond status in the States just doesn't provide much in the way of upgrades, but it did provide $36 a day in credits. Now, remember, that's 10 days. So that was an extra $360 during our vacation that you don't have to come out of pocket. That's something very few folks account when they add up the benefits. How about executive lounge access? It's also something we don't see a lot of domestically, but when you do receive access to those executive lounges, you can generally take breakfast there, but also there are drinks, coffee, sometimes a happy hour. It's pretty awesome for someone on a budget, and it's also cool if you're like a solo traveler. Maybe you can find some friends at those happy hours. Lastly, there's going to be upgrades, and even though they don't hit often, when they do, they're a game changer. Sometimes an upgrade is a full suite or even 2 bedrooms. Status, and hotel status in particular, is my second favorite credit card perk. Now, for number 3, I had to say you might consider this a cop-out, but my third favorite credit card perk is anything that makes the actual travel part easier. Here's what I mean by that. And these are things that I feel a lot of people overlook, and those are people that probably don't travel a ton, but let's think of some perks we probably take for granted. TSA PreCheck and global entry. Come on, if you don't value these regularly, then you have it too easy. I fly out of a small airport where I sometimes don't even need these, but I also fly back from larger airports. Let's also put Clear in this category. I've heard folks compare Clear to TSA PreCheck, but the magic really happens when you have both. There have been some weird situations where Clear has been even slower than the regular line, but for the most part, I use my Clear and TSA PreCheck every single time. And I want to say that the folks that work at Clear are almost always super nice, which is rare. Don't forget about that pain in the butt to get your global entry, but you're going to smile that first time you re-enter the US. You don't have to stand in line with all those people that did overlook it. Global entry is worth its weight in gold, and the more you fly international, the more valuable it gets. These small things make travel easier, but that's not it. Of course, airport lounges, in my opinion, exist to make my day easier as well. That's why I hold way too many premium credit cards that include lounge access as part of their benefits package. I can understand someone not valuing airport lounge access, but that person probably travels direct and domestic for almost all their flights. Again, I fly from a small airport, so a lot of my flights, they're gonna have connections, and your Uncle Luke is just way too old to be running through airports, so I generally schedule at least an hour between flights. I prefer 2, so I can grab a bite to eat and a cup of coffee at the lounge. Some people seem to be able to put a dollar amount on those visits, but I've never been able to. It's just a priceless experience when compared to sitting out there with Adam J's snot-nosed kids running around coughing on you. I would stop traveling if I had to sit in the bullpen with the commoners in between flights. No thank you. I do road trips. So there you have it, guys. These are my top 3 favorite credit card perks. What are yours? Insurances and protections? Free check bags? I know, free nights. Here's your bonus opinion, and it is about those free nights. Currently, I have free night certificates from Hilton, from the Hilton Aspire, an 85K certificate from Marriott coming soon, and a yearly 40,000 point certificate from IHG. The reason why they didn't make the list is because they expire. In the past, I've had to almost force a free night here and there just to make use of them. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love my free nights. They just didn't make this list. Guys, if you want to support the channel, remember I have members-only videos going out most Sunday mornings. You can become a channel member for only $2.99 a month, and you can also quit at any time. Just click the join button down there by the subscribe button. And also, guys, I will shamelessly include my referral links for some of these cards that get these cool benefits in the description below. And if you have stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.